Welcome to Creative Arts Academy. In this video, we'll be looking at how you can create a button. How you can put a button using HTML and then use CSS to beautify the button. So let's get started. Create a new file. Let's call it button. Okay, I already have a file called button.html. So let's call this video. Yeah, vd.html. Enter. So enter, and we have this. Let's create another file called vd.css. Enter. Now let's go back to our vd.html. As usual, creating a button using HTML is very simple. So you just click on button, enter, and we'll be creating 3 buttons. First one is enter button. Come here, enter, and button. The next button we'll be creating is the next button, and we come here, enter, and the last button we'll be creating is the skip button. So we have these 3. So now that we are done with our button code, next is to link our CSS. So click on enter, link, enter, slash, and it's still under my assignment. Okay, it's no longer under my assignment folder, so you can see it here, vd.css and v.html. So we are linking CSS to HTML. So we click on this, and we've linked this button, this vd.html to our CSS. Now let's go back to our CSS to beautify our button. So this is our button. You can see enter, next, and skip. Next thing, let's see how we can beautify this button using CSS. So we've linked our CSS to our HTML. Next thing, we start with the background color. So what we are working on is our button. So button and our curly bracket, enter. So the first thing we want to work on is the background color. Which color should we use? Let's say green. So background color, and see background color, and we use green, enter. So let me show you guys what this has actually done to this. So you can see the color of our button. Next thing, click on enter, and let's change the color of the text. Color, enter, and we use white since we're using a green background. So we use white, and click on enter. Let me show you guys what's the results. You can see the results. So come back here, and if you notice, this is kind of having a border, so I don't want it to have a border. You can come here, and so in order to remove that border, we just use border and we type none. Yes, so if you come here, you notice the border has disappeared. That black stuff, it has disappeared. And what next are we writing? Let's say border border radius. So just think of the things you need to beautify, and we use 8 pixels. Now this will actually make the button have a curved shape, curved edge. You can see now the curved edge. And the font size, let's say font size we can use 16 pixels. And enter. The width, let's use, so we can use 10. So you can see the button has increased length, and instead of just being long, the height, so let's see 10, or 10 is too small, let's say 50. So you can see how big our button looks now, but the button is too big, so we have to increase the font size. Instead of using 16 here, I can decide to use 25. And let's see what we have. So you can see the size of our button has increased. So sometimes in a website or in a web you want to submit, or you usually see this kind of button: enter, click on next, skip, you know. So this is how it is being done. Use HTML to write the code, very simple code, button, and then enter, close the button. Each opening tag has a corresponding closing tag. So the opening tag, button, then the context or the element, which is enter, and the closing tag. So that's how it is being written, and then you use um your CSS to beautify it. So this is where we will end in this particular video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure you subscribe, like, and comment.